I've had so many questions from you guys about traveling and flying as a plus size person. So now that the summer season is upon us, I'm doing a little kind of help guide to give you guys maybe a little bit more confidence and some tips on flying and traveling as a plus size person. So hey guys, I'm Becky and welcome to my channel. I do a lot of plus size fashion content along with beauty and lifestyle videos, and I upload every Tuesday and Thursday, and sometimes, just sometimes, there is a little bonus video thrown in there. So welcome, subscribe if you haven't yet. I did hit 15,000 recently. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that subscribe and watch my videos. This is a dream come true doing YouTube. So yeah, thank you so much. Give this video a big thumbs up if you find it helpful. So basically, I'm no expert, but I do my fair bit of traveling. If you didn't know, I am in a long distance relationship with my partner. He does live in the south of France, in Monaco, so I do fly back and forth an awful lot. And I've also just done a lot of travel in general. It's something that I really like to do, and obviously being so close to Europe, it's relatively easy for us to do in the UK. So I'm going to break this down into 3 parts. I'm going to break it down into before flying, at the airport, and whilst you're on holiday. I hope I do cover all the kind of questions and queries and worries that some of you guys might have. I have received a lot of comments in the past on my videos where I have gone, where I've flown somewhere about various different things. So hopefully you'll find this video really helpful. So first off, pre-flight. I think the number one most important thing to do is to pre-book an aisle seat. If you are taller, I would probably recommend also going for those extra legroom seats, even though they are a bit expensive. But if you're like me, I'm 5'6", and I'm a 24, 26, definitely like bottom heavy gal. If you're like me, just book the cheapest aisle seat on the flight. It's normally about £6, and you know what? It's worth every single penny, knowing that you can stick your leg out. Having that aisle seat means that, you know, if you do end up with 2 people next to you, you can just kind of like lean a bit into the gangway and have that extra bit of room to kind of like spill out onto. Honestly, always book an aisle seat. If you are a plus size couple, this is a little trick from my mum and my dad. I've got some beautiful plus size parents. They book 2 aisle seats next to each other, so you're not packed in like sardines. Because basically my dad would always get the aisle seat, and my mum was like, hey, I also want an aisle seat, and they now sit next to each other, but with the aisle between them. Both have an aisle seat. So that's a really great tip as well. If you are a plus size couple, you're still next to each other, you can still chat to each other, but yeah, pre-booking those aisle seats, it's probably a six quid it's going to cost you each way. For £12, you're saving yourself a lot of stress and anxiety about where you're going to be placed on the plane. So highly recommend doing that. On airlines, I have flown budget. I always fly budget. To me, all the planes are relatively the same. Ryanair, EasyJet, BA, they're not big seats, but I've never been in a situation where I was too big for the seat. Now, bear in mind, I'm considered a mid plus size body, so I'm only talking from my experience. Perhaps if you were bigger than me, you might face some issues, but I think as long as you kind of book an aisle seat or the extra legroom seats, I still think you'll be okay. So when it comes to choosing an airline, for the most part, for most of you, I think personally you could go with anyone, and you just, if one of them charges an exorbitant amount for choosing your seat, maybe go for another one. But I've never had an issue with being too big, too large for the seat, and I am quite wide and thick on my bottom half. So yeah, that I wouldn't worry too much about what airline you're going with. Just get yourself the best price. Also, before you fly, I would highly recommend getting some comfort clothes. For example, Snag Chub Rub shorts. Oh my gosh, they are a lifesaver. When it's hot and you want to wear cute little summer dresses on your holiday, Snag Chub Rub shorts like literally changed the game for me. Have I got any? Let me go get you a pair. I'll show you a pair. So these are my very well-worn Chub Rub shorts. So they're quite thick, little tight shorts basically, and they are moisture wicking. They do apparently make you 1 degree cooler, which is perfect for the summer. They do these in loads of colours. They do them obviously in nude and black. They're the ones I go for. They do them in like a deeper nude as well. I think it's called chocolate, but they also do them in loads of colours as well. So highly recommend the Chub Rub shorts. I'd also recommend just getting some of their kind of shearer nude tights as well, just for the summer. I just think they're fab. Would also recommend trying to get comfortable shoes. This is an area I always struggle with. I really do struggle with finding cute, comfortable shoes. So let everyone know down in the comments where you get your comfortable shoes from. I do tend to go with Havanas. They're my favourite flip-flops, and Birkenstocks. I do love a Birkenstock. I do think if you're going to go with like a sandally type thing, they've got the best support. I do know my mum loves Skechers. If you've not tried Skechers yet, I do have a couple of Skechers, but I don't tend to take them on holiday with me. But I know a lot of people do love them, so would definitely recommend at least trying them. They do have quite a few styles now. They do sandals, they do kind of a bit more kind of trendier walking type shoe, like casual shoes. So definitely check Skechers out. Also, you can get kind of like Chub Rub, like chafing creams and stuff like that. I've never had the best, like I prefer the Chub Rub shorts. And I'd always order any of your products at least 2 weeks before your holiday, because you like it's sod's law. With holidays, sod's law is king. Sod's law is out to play when your holiday is on the way. They will come late. They will. They'll be delivered as you're on the way to the airport. So always order anything to do with comfort, anything you can't get easily at your supermarket or in town 2 weeks before. Because it just will come late if you don't. So Chub Rub shorts are my favourite, but you can get chafing cream, chafing sticks. I know people like the liquid talc and stuff like that. Not my favourite. I don't really like them, but these are my favourite. But get it in advance. And yeah, have a comfortable time. And then finally, pre-departure, you might want to get your hands on a seatbelt extender of your own. Now I say might because I used to take my own seatbelt extender on board. I just put it in my bag. It was a black one I got off Amazon. I will link one down below. And I did use it for quite a few flights, but I don't want to put any of you off. It wasn't an awful, it didn't put me off flying, but one flight I got told off by a male slim flight attendant for not having an approved seatbelt extender. He made me take it off and put on the EasyJet, or was it right? I can't remember, their seatbelt extender. I'd never heard that before. I kind of understand, because they don't know if your seatbelt extender you bought online privately is safety regulated, so I get it to that extent. But I never had that issue before. But since then, I've not taken it. I don't actually have it in. I think I left it on that flight because I was a bit embarrassed. But I've never used it since, and now I just get one on the plane. And we'll come to that next. So it's completely up to you whether you want to buy one. They're relatively affordable. And that I went on probably 10 flights before that ever happened. So it's kind of up to you. I just wanted to warn you because I've never heard that happened to anyone before, but it happened to me. So just letting you know. So on the day of your flight at the airport, wear comfortable clothes. And I'd also say wear quite thin clothes. The aim of the game is to just, not add extra bulk onto your body. I always wear leggings. I have these like oversized tunic length tops from Boohoo. Again, I'll link them down below. They're very, very flowy, very, very comfortable, and they cover the bum when I'm wearing the leggings, but they're very thin as well. And then I just wear the jacket that I'm wearing on the trip. So if you're going somewhere cold, I'd obviously wear, my winter coat. Whenever I go to south of France, I just take my denim jacket on, but I wouldn't pile on too many clothes. If you are just doing a carry-on case and you're trying to wear a lot of clothes to save room in the case, personally, I do value my comfort over just paying, because now I'm tend to find that these little carry-on cases, it doesn't cost much more to take a full-on big case in the hold. So do check out the price of a carry-on to a bigger hold suitcase. In some cases, I think it's about £5 difference, and you're getting so much more space and so much more weight that you can add to your suitcase. So personally, I would just quickly double check. And also, if you're flying with someone, you might be able to go halves on the bigger suitcase. But always dress for comfort and put on thinner, comfortable clothes. I always go for the leggings and floaty top. Also, give yourself plenty of time at the airport. It can be quiet. This is good advice to anyone, no matter your size. Just give yourself time. The airport is a very, very stressful situation. I find security always gives me anxiety. I've got nothing to hide, but the anxiety that security gives me. And obviously, if you are wearing a shoe with a thick heel or sole, you will be required to take that off. I know my parents do struggle when they're having to put the shoes back on. So maybe even take with you a shoehorn, a small one maybe, if that would help you. And just give yourself the time to be able to put your shoe, find a seat, put your shoes back on, not have to worry about, we need to go from here to here to here. Just take your time. I like to get to the airport 3 hours. That's what they're saying at the moment because of whatever reasons. My reason for it, I got there 3 hours. There was no queues, but you know what? I had a great time. I looked around all the duty-free shops. I got myself a nice Starbucks drink. I was really able to relax and kind of enjoy the airport. Like I love looking around the shops anyway. So, but you can grab yourself some food or, and that'll come to another point in a minute. And then when your gate is announced, I would just go straight there. I wouldn't leave it too long because it will be the furthest gate that your flight is at. No doubt about it, it'll be the bloody furthest one. Obviously, if you do struggle with walking, don't worry, you know, you can ask for assistance. They do have those little like buggies, and if you think it's going to be too far for you to walk, don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. But if you're like me, I can, you know, easily manage walking to that gate. Just go when it's announced. They are sometimes really far, especially if you are in these bigger airports. I remember Amsterdam, I've never walked so far in my life. But if you, you know, just, you can take your time and just enjoy. It's meant to be your holiday. It's meant to be an enjoyable experience, including at the airport. So as soon as your gate's announced, you don't need to run. You've got plenty of time to get to that gate when it's announced, but just start moving sooner rather than later. Take your time, get there in good time. Obviously you can sit down and wait for you to start boarding and stuff, but you're not out of breath, you're not panicked, you're just having a relaxing, comfortable time. And that's important. It's a holiday. We're here to relax. Now on to a next point is the table that comes down and rests on top of your belly, so your tray is at an angle. This is something I have noticed with the shorter haul flights of EasyJet, of Ryanair, etc. That table ain't coming down for nothing. You are going to have like a 45-degree angle. It is what it is. So if you were planning to eat or drink on the plane, I would say drink before you go on the plane, and maybe just take snacks and stuff that you can put in the pocket, because you've got that little magazine pocket. So if you want to have a full-on meal, have it at the airport, and then, you know, just take some Haribo or whatever from WH Smith. You could probably fit a bottle of water or whatever drink you want in that little pocket, but I wouldn't buy one of the kind of hot meals or sandwiches or something that you'll need to like put on a table, because you might not be able to get the table down. Just bear it in mind. So that's probably what I would recommend. If I'm honest, I just wait until I'm out the other end. I might have a couple of little snacks or whatever at the airport. I don't tend to eat or drink on the plane. It's a bit of a rip-off. So yeah, obviously completely down to your preference. So when you are boarding the plane, I normally just wait a little. I go to my seat, wait for the kind of steward to walk past, because the stewards tend to work in different areas. You normally have, I think, about 3 or 4, depending on how big the flight is, stewards, and they'll work in different sections. So you kind of want to find the person that works in your section. Because I'm in the cheap seats, I'm normally in the back. So I'll either press the little bell for attention up there, or just grab them as they're walking down to say, well, excuse me, can I have a seatbelt extender? You can say it as quiet or as loud as you want, because they always come down to kind of, and they probably know what you're going to ask for. And they're always, I've never had someone go, woo, here's the extender for the fatty. It's never ever going to happen. No one's looking at you. Everyone's got their AirPods in or reading the newspaper or whatever. No one is looking. No one is caring that you need a seatbelt extender. Literally nobody cares. Even the people that might be next to you, they don't care. They're like, no one's like chatting, oh, did you see that person get a seatbelt extender? Because so many people need them. So many people on the flight will have one. Whether it's, you know, if they have a baby on their lap, they'll need one. But the seatbelts are really small. They're really small, so they have loads as well, so it's not like they're going to run out either. Just don't be afraid to ask, and don't be embarrassed to ask, and they'll always bring it really, really like discreetly. They'll kind of like wrap it and just like pass it to you, really like. But it's always a really good experience. I've never had, apart from when I got told off, I've never had a bad experience when asking for an extender on the plane. It's always been very, very, very discreet and lovely. And then also you can just pop that little armrest up. I normally on the side, because you'll have one on the side, just pop it up. and just start spilling out everywhere. It's fab. And yeah, I think, you know, just try and have the most comfortable flight possible, and just think of where you're going. It's going to be so much more fabulous. And yeah, it'll be worth the 2 or 3 hour flights to get there. So when you are at your destination, now I'm thinking warm weather here. I get a lot of comments about this. Swimwear and bikinis and having the confidence to go on the beach with a bikini. What I tell myself is, you are never going to see these people again. They're probably from all over the place. Germany, you know, Spanish people. If you're going to Spain, the Spanish people, no, you know, even people from the UK on holiday, you're never going to see them again. You're never going to see them again. So even if they see you in it, they're not going to, you don't know them. You don't know these people. They don't know you. You're never going to see them again. Also, are people really that concerned? Most of the time, I don't think I've ever seen anyone look at me in a disgusted way at me in a swimsuit, in a bikini. I've never had that. People are just enjoying themselves. Everyone else is also on holiday, and I just don't think, I think in our head we think everyone's looking at us, but I really don't think they are. They're just enjoying themselves. They're probably feeling self-conscious themselves, because, you know, everyone feels a little bit self-conscious in swimwear bikinis. So I honestly wouldn't worry. Like, you've worked all year for this holiday, and for something that's not even happened yet, you know, to ruin that experience of going on a beach and going in the sea, whatever, it's honestly not worth it. And I'd highly recommend just giving it a go. Just giving it a go. I would say you can get more like swim dresses. So it's like a swimsuit with like a skirt, which can be a more flattering look. I think you can get them from Simply Be and Yours. I'll try and like link some down below. If you are still a little bit like on the fence, but just go for it. Just go for it. Enjoy yourself. You'll never see these people again. I've never had an issue myself, and I've been on the beach in a bikini, just messing around in the sea with my boyfriend, like just having a really great time. So honestly, don't worry, just do it. You'll have a great time. This is a bit of a random one, but something I always consider. If you are going to be eating at a restaurant on the terrace, it seems to be, oh, got a message. It seems to be a holiday situation. It doesn't seem to happen here because I don't eat out that much, I suppose. But seats with arms. Seats with arms. Oh, if you are going to pick a restaurant, do look at the chairs, because the food can be really nice, really incredible. But if your thighs are squished into a seat and it's painful, that's all you're going to be thinking about. That's all you're going to be, it's going to hurt. You're going to get bruises. It's happened to me. It's happened to me. And I don't wish it on my worst enemy. It is awful. Have a look at the chairs. It's a really good tip because, yeah, if they've got, if they've got different chair, just say to the waiter, do you mind if I have that chair instead? But if they've all got arms, maybe skip on that restaurant, because although the food or whatever might look really nice, you will probably be uncomfortable. So guys, I really hope this was helpful, or if not, at least you could just laugh at my funny stories. Please leave any questions or comments you have down below. I will try and answer as many as possible, but hopefully I've covered most of them in today's video. I hope you found it helpful. I always wish there was, a video like this around when I was kind of started to travel by myself, because that's it, I also travel by myself a lot as well. So yeah, if you do have any questions or queries, let me know down below and I'll do my best to answer them. I hope this has given some of you the confidence to enjoy your holidays and not worry and stress about them so much. If you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe. I do loads of plus size content. And yeah, give this video a big thumbs up and I will catch you in the next one, guys. Bye.